home to go to after this. She won't pay. See, she didn't tell me what topics we was gonna have on the show. And I came up here with this card.
It's important that we talk
from
about
the Ricky
it,
Lake show. I got the card from Ricky Lake show.
It's a contract.
Okay,
let's keep it real.
All right. So ask the question.
How
again.
important is money in the marriage?
In my marriage, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, no, for real. It is quite important. Absolutely. I mean, it depends on in all factors. It matters to me. Mm-hmm. So, which one you want to talk about? If I'm paying all the bills, you walk around with your tidy whities on. What you want to talk about?
Not the tidy whities.
I gotta say tidy whities at least 3 more times today.
Tidy whities. Okay.
Fruit of the loom tidy whities too.
I know, right?
That's all the. That's
Get the hands at the pants.
That's the picture. Why he talking about he don't wear them? I do believe he wear them. I definitely see him.
My man said he was packing. Okay, now we ain't even gonna talk about that. We're gonna go back.
We're getting carried away.
Yeah.
So I guess the idea is let's not deny that people do marry for money. And if you're marrying for love, money is still very much a factor because it takes money to have a certain comfort level. And most of the time, especially women, they're going to say something like, I want somebody who's financially stable, somebody who has, and we may not say 6 figures, but we know we all want 6 figures. The truth is that, very rare you're going to find it. But I'm keeping it real.
Okay, let's keep it real. So you want somebody that make wait. Don't go no further.
Okay, come on.
No, I ain't gonna go past this 6-figure remark because me and you have some conversations about this.
But we want it, but it's unrealistic. But who don't want it?
Okay, but
we're close as possible to it. You got 2 figures.
Make 9.
You got 2 figures.
Girl, you got manifest.
Manifested in the building.
You got manifested.
Okay, so you telling me you want somebody that makes 6 figures?
I mean, I'm saying that's the running talk.
Okay, so what are you providing, or what are your no?
Don't get ahead of the game here.
Okay, I'm not getting ahead of the game. What I'm saying is this really honestly. So why would you want somebody to make 6 figures? Let me ask that question to get a little clarity before I go into my rebuttal.
I'm not saying 6 figures per se. I'm saying that is the running discussion that women want men who make 6 figures, 6 feet, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, but why?
The idea, though, is that you want somebody who is financially stable. It may not be 6 figures. It may be 5. It could be 4. Whatever it is, you want someone. 3 and 2 is just like, come on, man. But you want someone that's going to be able to provide a comfortable lifestyle.
For you.
For us.
Who is us?
Him and her, whoever is in that relationship. Everybody in that relationship.
When I get my check and I look at my bank account, it says Sharice Colvin.
Okay, but when you hit your name to someone else, guess what? 2 become 1.
On that check, it say pay
both
2.
Both of them say, but the household is under the Colvin.
That's my government name. Y'all don't use that now. It's my government name. But it say Sharice Colvin. That's what it says.
The household is under the Colvins. And Mrs. Colvin has access to Sharice Colvin's account. So,
but Sharice Colvin ain't got. Shut up, Sharice.
Right,
God dang it,
I'm
gonna get in trouble.
Bottom line, though, is that you want somebody who's able to provide. So when you talk about marrying, you may not necessarily be marrying for the money, but you want someone who does have some money, or at least have some capabilities of producing some money.
Are you bringing money to?
What?
Are you bringing money to the table? Talking about equal opportunity.
Most women are.
Ain't that what we was burning bras for in the 70s?
Absolutely.
For equal opportunity? So let's go for it.
And that's why women are able to file for divorce more so than men, because they now have their own money. And that's a part of what what I was going to bring up is that we're talking about marriage being a contract. It ends a lot of times because of money. That's the number one reason why marriage ends.
Okay, but it ends because of money. But and you said the lack of money. It ends because of the man's portion of the lack of money.
With the money, not necessarily.
It's the man's portion of having the lack of money. I know I'm making a lot of people mad out there, but it's true.
It could be the disagreement. I'm just gonna say that
disagreement of what he. It's a disagreement about what he ain't bringing in.
Maybe he's bringing it in and not sharing it. We disagree.
Stop it.
Where are we going with this conversation?
Hey, some women say, you know what? He's got a lot of money. He's not sharing it. Guess what? I've been married to him for X amount of years. I could end it now and get some without his.
Man, Monique Caper.
I'm capping.
You caping. No, you caping. You trying to save it. You trying to save it. You trying to save it.
Okay, so you're right, Sharice.
Thank you. She can't never say
You're
it.
right.
And then she
You're
used
right.
my whole government name. You're right.
Sharice.
Sharice. Sure.
Hey, what happened to Reese? What happened to Coho?
So-
You know. What happened to Coho? I ain't even a Coho no more. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be Sharice. I'll be my government name. I'll be my government name today. Thank you, people. Hey, y'all. She can't even admit that I'm right.
You are right.
Thank you.
It does have a lot to do with the man's lack of resources when a woman
No,
files
it's
for divorce
resources.
based on money. It's usually because she's got her own and he doesn't have as much.
Exactly. So that goes through all the other conversations we'd had about y'all talk about. I want somebody that's equally yoked to me, and then
That's true.
what does that mean though?
So
Because
the
if that
term
means
equally yoked is a religious term. So
it is,
that's-
it also that it means that you're marrying the yin to your yang. Actually, that's what it means. You're marrying your opposite. Y'all don't say it like that. Y'all don't say it like that. And I know I'm saying y'all. I meant that.
They still have to
I
be
meant
neck
y'all.
and neck in order for that yoke to work. So not necessarily the opposite, but I see what you're saying. But at the end of the day, the equally yoked part don't have nothing to do with the finances. I think that you do want, a lot of times women do want someone who has the same level or potential to create the same level, because we will marry for potential.
Okay.
And I know that that's not popular, unpopular opinion, but women actually still marry for potential. We do.
Nephew, I got a question. Did she choose this topic? This topic she chose, right?
I
I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
did, because I really want to unpack this, and I want to know how everybody
I
else
wanna know
feels.
how
I want people to be honest about it, because people will get up here and we love to say, "Oh, married for love," But the
Okay.
truth is that yes, you may love them, but the love can go south real quick
It
if
can.
the
And you're
finances
absolutely
aren't
right.
there.
So again, Monique, I go back to my question that I raised.
Okay.
Why does the gentleman, whomever it may be, need to make 6 figures or 5
He
figures?
doesn't need to, but he does need to make at least an amount that's comfortable.
Okay, so why is he?
According to where they live.
Oh,
I'm saying the truth is that everything is up. There's nothing cheap out there. So to have a comfortable home, to keep it clean, to be able to have all the resources and everything you need, it takes a lot of money.
wait, did she say keep it clean?
Keep it
Fabuloso only
clean.
cost $1.25 last time I went to the dollar
Baby.
store.
Hey,
That's
nowadays
Fabuloso.
we're talking about all the upkeep and the house cleaning services.
But you know what it sounds like though, for real? It sounds like when you go on a job interview and you know you're gonna get a job, you get an offer and you talk about negotiations of your salary.
Okay, well,
That's what it sounds like to me. I'm just trying to,
Makes sense.
you know what I'm saying?
Negotiate up if you can.
Okay, so for me to get a woman, for you to get married, I have a plan here. This is part of my performance improvement plan to make 60,000
Well,
by next year.
I think that is an important conversation that couples must have. I think that wherever y'all are in the relationship, if you're planning to be married, I think finances should be a discussion. I know it's a hard discussion, but you guys have to talk about what each of you are bringing to the table. You got to talk about your goals and where you guys want to go, because guess what? And I think we've talked about this before, Reese, whereas he may be comfortable where he is and he don't really see moving past it, and she in her mind is expecting to grow into something greater, and then that becomes a conflict down the road. So I think it's important to kind of put it out there where you are and what you want. Like, tell me now if you don't think that you ever want to, make it past supervisor at your job.
We had this discussion before.
Right,
Nephew, you've been over there
about
looking
that.
at your phone and carrying on. I need help over here. I need assistance.
I mean,
Over here.
You want me?
Nah, I
What's your
need it
opinion,
now.
nephew?
Please.
Give us your idea.
This woman here,
Which one you want me to tackle first?
whatever
So-
it is.
The first of all, the realness of marrying for money,
Mhm.
not for, but money being a huge factor within a marriage.
I'm gonna bring it down to my level, but try to stay on the subject because I can't speak on marriage. I can't. I ain't even trying to. I'm in the streets.
But you have an idea about what you like. I'm not, Because even men, they want to marry into a situation with someone who has the same thoughts about it as they do. Like he don't want to marry a woman that's forever gonna be at Wendy's.
Yeah, but this the
We
this
don't
the
think about
difference.
it like that. Go ahead, nephew.
Oh,
We
a
ain't
man
gonna be-
to pick her
Go
up
ahead
at
and think about it
Wendy's.
like that.
He'll pick her clean up out that drive-through window. So don't act like
And if you bring me a burger, we ain't got a problem.
Man.
Fries on side.
Man,
Bring one of them Frosties, especially when they had that strawberry Frosties.
you just gotta give me lemonade. I'm good on frosty.
We ain't got it.
This
And,
conversation
hey,
is not
and
about
bring
Wendy's.
it to me when I don't
Focus.
even have to ask you. You just bring it to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to ask you to bring it.
Here
You
go,
coming
baby.
out the door with it.
See?
Here you
And
go,
that's why
baby.
he'll get her from
I
Wendy's
love
because
that.
she's so
Then
caring.
you
She's
you
so
can have
thoughtful.
whatever you like. Okay,
She's so
go ahead. Go ahead. No, that's
But no. All right. So my idea of a marriage doesn't. I don't even have the idea or the thoughts until I get with somebody long enough. Like right now, I'm not thinking about no ideal person. You feel me? I'm not thinking about. But when I say ideal person, there's not a list of criteria I want her to have that I need her to have.
Oh, that checklist we was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Well, okay, so
you-
let's
you can say
identify this
checklist,
because nephew is in his 20s and Sharice and I are not. So when we think about the age difference, I can understand where you are because when I was in my 20s, I didn't think about it either.
I think that's a little outdated mindset right now though, because
Shoot.
there's a lot of
Shoot.
folks around my age that is like engaged and
Okay.
married. I got a
it's
best friend that's
hitting them
married.
now.
Mhm.
They're
I got a
thinking
best
about
friend that's married. He got kids, all that. But my thing is, he kind of saw what she was and he listed off what she already brings to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he took off the negatives until they really bothered him, or if it was too much of an issue to not get past.
Was finances a part of it?
I don't think so, no. But they also came into it at the same level.
Oh, see.
You know, and most dudes, because you got
Come
some
on
that's
now.
kind of like Joe, and I know.
Oh,
Joe don't care what level she at, as long as she's cool. He voiced that. We
He
had
said
that
that.
conversation millions of times. He said he doesn't care, and it don't make him feel no less or no different. You know what I mean? Basis off of how she treats him. I told him, hell no, I would go lower. I'm dating lower from my financial bracket anyway. And my reason for that is I don't want the headache. I don't want to deal with
my
what
God.
comes with somebody that is ahead of my level.
So you don't think that you can find a genuine character in a woman
It's not
that
that.
would,
It's not that. I
although
don't,
she makes more money,
and that's
she's still caring and nurturing and wants to bring you up.
this is what he said. This
Build a bear.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of her in this build a bear
necessarily the
situation.
Build-A-Bear.
It is a build a bear.
What Joe?
We help
He
each
asked the
other.
same question, and my whole thing was because he was like, "Do you not think you got the confidence?" I was like, "No, I think I can pull her. I don't want the headache. I don't want what could possibly be there.
The
It's not
possibility.
so much. Y'all go on possibilities too now,
Hello.
but
Hello.
Oh, like,
it's not so much
shaking
of
my
her
head.
character or if she's just a bad person or if she no. When you get to a different financial level and somebody don't meet it, you usually have to either bring them up, accommodate them, or you have to be able to go half or even. A lot of women want the latter. It's not so much of bringing you up or even accommodating you. It's you need to bring even. That's the least you can do is bring even. If I'm at this certain type of level, and then go back to what we was talking about the Wendy's thing. I don't care if she don't have, because I'm already looking to provide. I can't provide for somebody that is ahead of me. That's my bracket on that. When it goes to finances, it would have to be a whole, and that's what I told him. I was like, it would have to be a whole bunch of other things that she brings to the table to where finances shouldn't or ever be an issue. It should be understood from there. But since I know most women don't want to be leading like that financially, because they say that's leading. Since I know most women are like that, most women are not going to entertain that for long. Even if I was to hit a certain type of level and I went down,
Mhm.
Or I'm not even, I was at the head of her beforehand, but now I done got down and life happened to where I'm either even or below her. She's not willing to pick up the slack.
I mean, I don't
She's
know.
not.
And
Not-
I guess it
no, no.
depends.
Not to say that she
Without
wouldn't.
criticism.
when I say not being able to pick up the slack, I'm gonna do it regardless. She's going to do it for an amount of time.
Mhm.
That's what I mean by not
And
being
you're
able
probably right about that. I will say that. But
Oh,
I will
she's admitting
also
people
say,
right today. My God.
But I will say,
to.
first of all, I have no problem admitting when I'm
My
wrong, guys. I am the person. Hey, I'd have been wrong before. It don't matter. I'll tell you when I'm wrong anyway.
I
but-
forgot my train of thought. I was going to say something till she said that. I know that's a lie.
I don't
I
have any
know
problem
that's
with it.
a
My ego is not big.
not,
But-
not too much on Momo.
I'm
Not too much
telling
on
you,
Momo.
like she be coming for me. But that's
Oh, not she, your mom. You see how people be switching
Right.
up on you
He's
like
my
that?
nephew.
You see what the heck I'm talking about? He was all on my side, gave you a whole spiel like we was in church service. Now all of a sudden, no, that's too much on my mo. Oh man, I need another
Okay,
drink in me. I
but
can't even be
There are
here.
some women. There's some people, and I'm going to say men
Disgusting.
and women that have great character, which means that they did not come into the situation for the money. They actually came into it for the love. And as long as you are loving each other properly, they will last a little bit longer when it comes down to carrying extra weight. You're right. Women
Our
have a
position.
little bit shorter of a fuse when it comes to it. So if he was out of work for 3 months, cool. Out of work for 8 months, cool. But if it goes on 3 years, she's probably going to get a little restless. Now on the other hand, he may allow her to go out of work for 5 or 10 years. Maybe she's raising the kids, blah, blah, blah. But if and when things get wonky, life changes, whatever, he still feels the weight. And he may say things like, we need you to bring something to the table.
Well,
So it just depends on how heavy that weight is and if the love is still flowing between them.
here's the weird dynamics with that. Because you can even see that on the lower level in a shorter span span of time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because even as well as that's right, if you're going towards a dating relationship, and let's just say something like that was to be drastic enough to where I used to be the one to take us out on majority of the dates.
Okay.
You still want to go on dates, but I ain't got it like that to where I could do that. So either I have to give up time with you, or we have to allot the same amount of time with you chipping in.
Uh-huh.
A lot of women will either cater it to where it's a significant downgrade that I have to settle on,
Mm-hmm.
or she will dump me
Fact.
because I'm not hitting or I'm not staying consistent with the level that she wants from her mate.
What's wrong with now coming back to the table and let's have a conversation?
Because as
What we
well,
having a conversation about?
So here's an example.
because as well as I'm able to have that conversation with you, you're not going to be with me.
Hello.
My
No,
my
that's
con-
not true.
my
So-
my conversation more times than not would be, hey baby, and this is where you're not going to be willing to, not all of y'all, but you know what I mean, most.
Some.
I'd be like, hey baby, I think we need to pull back a little bit, yada yada yada. It's getting a little tough out here. I want to still take you out and have this time that I have, but in order for me to get back to where we was or better, it's gonna be some time apart. Are you gonna be able to handle that? Only a very few.
Well,
Only
you're
a
right.
very
We don't
few.
like going backwards. Once we are accustomed to a greater lifestyle, you're right. We don't like going backwards. But if they're still loving each other properly, now instead of maybe planning trips or big lavish dinners, maybe he might plan some nice picnics. Something that's still very, very intimate and very thoughtful.
You
So
only
it-
going on 2 picnics, no Mo. I know you. You only going on 2 picnics. Now I done sit here quiet and listen to you, and you
we
bougie.
going on a picnic again. I'm tired of sitting on the ground.
Okay. Peanut butter and jelly. Man, he ain't got enough money to buy no ham, turkey,
Baloney.
bologna, meatballs. Like, come on now.
At least bring some Subway. I don't even like Subway.
Bring Subway. Do you hear
I don't
that?
even like Subway.
And then it
no more.
it goes to Firehouse subs. And
Right.
then,
At
you
least
know-
get some Firehouse.
okay,
right.
so my
But
thing
that ain't the
is,
point. The point is, it's
the
not
point
a
is
$200.
what?
It's not a $200 sushi meal.
But you're gonna want that at some point in time, and as
So-
long as you go without, and that dude cannot produce that,
Right.
I'm gonna say
You're going to resent this cat.
I don't know
Like
if y'all
really.
I don't know if y'all keep up with the clips that's going out. Shout out to the JPP, the Joe Budden podcast. They have a clip going out where they react to a comedian, and the comedian say, "God created Adam. He gave him Eve. He gave him Eve. They was in the Garden of Eden, and it was paradise.
Yeah.
And it was everything you could have
Yeah.
ever wanted.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Adam went to Eve and said it just wasn't enough. And all the dudes was laughing. And the female in there was like, I don't get it. What's funny? And they said, you actually made the point.
The fact that women want more, it's never
That
enough.
part.
It's never enough.
Never
Okay.
enough. I don't know if we got some more comments
So
of what
no,
is going
this
around,
is what I was
but
gonna say, because when you say at some point she's gonna want more, yes, you're right. So my friend, this is something that her and her husband does. They have weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly meetings, however you space it out. But they have business meetings, and that way they can talk about finances. They can talk about where they are and where they want to go, what they need from each other, et cetera, et cetera. So it's you come to the table knowing we're talking about money. And yes, at some point we need to be planning for greater at all times. Whatever level you're on, you need to be planning for greater. So if you coming together, y'all need to be talking about how y'all gonna get to the next level.
I'm with you.
what? No.
Hold on. Let me get to these
Get the
comments,
comments,
real quick.
please.
Give me some comments.
Bridget on TikTok said, that may not be true if you're trying to advance as well. She was disagreeing with me. Miss Coco said, nothing stays the same.
That's true.
Right.
That's absolutely true.
She also went on to agree with you. Shout out Bridget. She said, right. She will probably end up resenting him.
Thank you so very much,
and-
Bridget.
and
Bridget
I
be on my
agree.
side. I appreciate
I
that,
agree.
Bridget.
We're not on the opposite sides. It's just the fact of going to the next level.
I'm you know what this
That's
is.
why that conversation is important in the beginning, to say, hey, what your growth looks like. Because if he tells you, I don't expect to do much more than this, then you know what his mindset is.
But that's if most dudes, especially if he's entertaining the girl, unless he's really in a predicament where he kind of set, and usually that takes a different level of age.
Mm-hmm.
40 on down is not telling you I'm not trying to do nothing.
Facts. So it's all based on your
They
time.
might.
On what
They
you
might.
what you consider to be the time.
And the
I
few
hope
that
they
will
be
tell
honest.
you, yeah, and the few that will tell you I'm comfortable where I'm at is comfortable with
It's a
some type
problem.
of benefit.
Right.
Right, but that's a problem
But it's
for
still a problem.
for folk like this that's on this
Ain't
couch
that a
over here.
problem for you?
It's a problem for folks like this over here that's on this couch.
Oh,
Right,
man.
Kim? And then let me go back to what you just said too. Y'all look, Kim. I work for a living. I go to meetings every day. I'll be dang gone if I
You
come
have a
home
meeting at home.
and have a business meeting with you,
Well, then
where
you
all
know
I
how
want
to
is some
have
young moo
meetings.
moo. That's all I want is young moo moo, and you want to have a damn business meeting.
Well,
Forget you and your business
okay,
meeting.
so in all respect, you're the type of person that don't need a business meeting, because you just gonna handle everything and you gonna elevate your home anyway. So
If
you're
that man feel like
you're
he
not the person that we're talking about.
if that man feel like he elevating you by coming home and having what Rice Krispie treats or something like that, that's elevation, ain't it? You like Rice Krispies?
Negative.
Damn.
Negative. Okay, so let me ask this, because marrying a broke man, is that set up for
Marrying
disaster?
a broke man. What is
Yeah.
considered a broke man? He could be
A man who
rich
does
in
not
spirit.
have-
Like, you know you ain't got no money.
Okay. So
he rich in
let me say
spirit.
it like this. I saw a clip where they were talking about, if you, first of all, a man has to feel, he has to know who he is. He has to know what he does, right? If he's not knowing, and nephew, you can chime in. And we
Okay.
got Joe in the building, guys. So he may even come and chime in on this too, because I'm not a man, so I can't speak for men. This is just what I've heard, that men have, they have to know who they are. They have to know what they do. They have to have some sense of that in order to feel like an actual man before they can take on the responsibility and the love of another woman. So, or of a woman. So at the end of the day, if he's not really established and he doesn't really know what he's doing with himself, could he really love and have a woman without resenting her? Like, you know what I mean? It's like a self-hate that'll eventually bubble up, even though he'll get with a woman, but he doesn't really like her because he's not really happy with himself. Like, tell me, nephew, what am I cooking or what?
Yeah, I mean,
You cook without no. She cook without seasoning. I don't know if she got the Lyrus out.
Turn the fire down.
But look, I think there's two conflating points to it. Now I'm sure Joe will probably have a different take than me, but who I choose to love and what I identify as a man, I think those come in different variations. I think there's a lot of nuance in that because for some dudes, how he think he a man is how many that he can take down before he actually settle down or that he chooses. Another guy, and I probably identify with that. Another guy probably think, hey, until I have a stable something and I'm building off of that, I won't entertain.
Right.
So I don't want because a real man in my head provides.
Right.
You feel me? Another guy, hey, you ain't a real man unless you got a whole bunch of dollars on you, got a whole lot of things into your name, and you show that you can keep it up. Other guys, it goes to variations, but who I choose to love and who I want to be the man for her can come in a whole different list than what I just went off.
Facts.
Because the man for her will be catered for her. Right. And when I leave her, I'll probably take similarities on or take what I took from her or grew with her with, but it's going to be different in a different box, in a different presentation for whoever it is I take on next to be the man for her. So I think it's loaded when we look at, because it's real easy to set standard for a guy. To set standard for a guy is be able to provide, protect, and everything else for the family is fine.
Right. So
I think that's the base guideline.
Right. I feel you on that.
But when a dude is going towards the woman, he knows he's going to have to cater to her in a specific way that's going to be for her. Because floating the boat for every girl is not going to work the same way. So why will her feelings do the same way? You feel me?
Right.
So I think it's
I get you on that. So I'll be as real as I can be, and I'll be so real that you can go back. Reese, Coho, I didn't know you was gonna say that.
Come on.
At the end of the day, for me, I can't speak for everybody else. The same way you want somebody to make six figures, this and that could be a provider for you. I'm a realist. I know that tomorrow it may not be that way where I'm providing six figures. So I need to know the woman that I'm with is going to be 10 toes down for me and can be able to provide in the same way I'm providing until I get my ass on my feet. Right. And then on that, and not lose no love for me or nothing like that.
Right.
But if you just in there thinking that your young moo,
we are not talking about the moo.
No, I'm just saying because at the end of the day, some women feel like you don't see all this, you don't see what I can do for you. I did all this in the bedroom last night. When my bank account starting to dwindle, that ain't gonna do nothing for me no more.
Right.
Like I need to know you got me.
Right.
So you just sitting on the couch looking cute don't work for me no more. So I have more respect for a woman that can be able to uphold me. And then when I say, okay, now I'm good, go back and do what you do.
Now she get to go back to wearing the moo. But
to your young moo.
So
if you can't provide that, then I ain't got too much.
Okay. Well, we got the man with the plan in the building. I want to ask
with the sunglasses
Joe his opinion on it. First question, Joe, is marrying a broke man destructive? Does a man have to know who he is before he can actually show up in a relationship?
Fuck yeah.
And that's what I was missing.
To this, then they have to know who they are. Otherwise, they may be a little toxic, sis. They gonna battle it out with you. They may be jealous of you. They may have, self-hate days, and they're projecting. I mean,
but ain't no man gonna marry a woman if you don't know who he is. A man.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, maybe not marry. You're right, because he's gonna shack up with this woman.
Ain't no man.
You know what?
Okay.
He gonna shack up. Yeah, he gonna shack up with the woman he don't really like.
I think I've listened to y'all conversation, right? Y'all, great show, y'all. But I'm gonna say this, Monique, if it's cool, I'm Reese and nephew.
You took the co-host.
Hey, I got spice this up a little bit. We're getting so serious around here. Go ahead.
Well, damn, co-host.
Shit, with the big thighs.
We're gonna get her a shirt that says COHO.
I mean, for real.
But no, I think on Monique and Reese, when I'm listening to what y'all saying, right? Reese, you speaking truth to what men really feel, and I believe that. And Monique, you speaking truth to what women feel. But I think there's a void where I heard you saying something about the couples meet weekly, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing to do, especially when you're newly married, right? Because things change from relationships to marriage. People say they think it don't, but now I got to see your ass every day. Now I'm responsible every day. Now we can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? I can't go home. I can't go to my sister's house. I got to see you every day. So who you really are, how you scratch your ass, how you picking your nose, you know what I'm saying? How you, whatever,
My God.
you get to see all of that at the end of the day. But I don't think no man, and I'm saying this because of my age. When I got married when I was 28 years old, I was a young man becoming, I was a little boy becoming a young man. So I had an idea of what I thought I wanted. And the only idea I could have from what I had from the streets and what I saw from my mom and dad, which was not going to play well for the woman that I was about to marry. And that's just the honest God truth, right? I know what I wanted, but was that shit really going to multiply with what we're doing? If she's doing the exact same thing, we're probably on a fucking road for disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we can't sit down and have a conversation. And in black families, did you see your mom and dad sitting down weekly or other than having a conversation? It was a
No.
weekly
Hell
argument.
no.
Right.
It was a weekly argument
And-
about some
Right.
shit.
And it was usually in the hallway,
Right.
talking about sitting down the damn
Right. And it was
table.
some furniture being moved. You know what I'm saying? And so when that young man meets that young woman in the beginning, it's tough. But at this stage in my life, real men is not going to marry a woman without knowing who he is and what the fuck he got to do. And a real woman, and I'm just going to say this, let's get away from the social media bullshit. Women, the true women are marrying men they love.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there are women who saying, I'm fuck love and I'm going to marry for security. Right.
Usually it's that second time around. And
Right.
I say, because when I was a young woman, it was all about love. Now, my auntie came to my house one day, Lord rest her soul, and they, she was talking about, oh, you married for love. And she was like, yeah, I did that when I was younger, but now F love. She said, the man that I'm with now, we are not going to marry, even though he was a phenomenal man to her. She was like, but he ain't got nothing. So he ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. What we marrying for? Because marriage is a contract. And I ain't gonna lie. I think back to that conversation now, and I just kind of be like, as a grown woman, after that first marriage, realizing that the love thing, it really didn't pan out to be what it was supposed to be. And had the finances been there, probably could have changed the game. Now, not in that first marriage. The first marriage really had an issue.
I was
with
gonna
some-
say, wait a
some
minute now.
DV, but domestic violence. But I'm just saying, for a lot of people, if the finances are there, they're probably willing to stick it out a little bit longer. And that's the part of why, marriage divorce rate is so high because of money.
So
Yeah,
I think,
okay,
and then this is what I'm gonna ask Monique. Reese chime in, but I think you're more on my side here on this one. But I want to ask you this, Monique, and ladies out there in the chat on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I appreciate you guys for locking in to the Monique and Reese with the Thursday mix, baby. And what we drinking today?
We're drinking the dirty locket.
Oh,
The dirty
yes.
locket.
The man himself.
Yes, I appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate the honorarium there. But no, I'm going to say, I think, women, listen to what you said. I'm not marrying for love. I'm marrying for whatever that other thing may be for you. Who the fuck want to marry? But think about this. Who the fuck want to marry you?
Hey, if he really a prince, I'll marry him.
No, but listen to what I'm. But listen. But listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, right?
Then
When I see really what this truly is, right? Because you're going to tell me something, but eventually you're going to show me who you truly are, right? And so, who the fuck really wants to marry you when I'm doing everything I need to do and I want love, but you saying fuck love, I want security?
I mean, if he is coming with the money, she's going to show the love.
No.
How she showing the love,
No.
yo?
She got the love.
Tell her,
How she gonna show me love? Please tell me.
Because people fall in love. The love can grow if the money is there.
Love grow. We ain't got no miracle grow around here. Ain't nobody water no damn
You
flower.
got the love for the money.
No, okay, so love for the morning.
The money. You got the money. She
Show
got
me in the
love.
morning.
The love for the money.
I mean, ain't she
I
don't?
need
ain't-
my money.
You are on so okay.
First
So
of all,
tell
he-
me.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me make my point real quick. Then you
Make
go
your
on back
point.
to a little bit.
Okay.
You're gonna talk that mess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's see.
so you telling me that you gonna marry me for security, and somehow, some way, you know how it is. I want to be loved, and you gonna give me love, and that's gonna be enough for me. How do I want to be loved?
First of all, that's a conversation between the couples. We ain't talking about that. All I'm simply saying is that people, they want security.
Okay, so
And
you
then-
What the
you
fuck
gonna look
am I
at my
getting?
and love me in the morning.
Hold on,
The hell?
hold on.
I
You
wanna
don't
be
love me.
like
You-
that.
Okay, and I'm keeping it
I don't
real.
want
Okay,
it.
but I'm keeping it real too.
I don't want
Okay,
it.
so listen,
I don't
I'm
want it.
Stephen A. Smith right now. God damn it, fuck that. Okay, hold on. You
ain't
said
worth
you
no
don't
time.
love me for real.
I did
But
not
no.
say
But I'm
that.
saying, but you're not marrying for love. Okay, you don't have the finances. So what the fuck am I getting? Some pussy in between?
She's gonna
You was gonna
eventually
say
love.
She like what the
Gonna
hell?
Eventually love.
That's a,
She gonna eventually love.
eventually. I don't. Man, what
So
that
I
supposed to
would
be? I'm
eventually
supposed to be
say, hey,
looking for
so
you to
I would
eventually
eventually
love
take care
me.
of your ass. I eventually put you on the burial policy. I eventually put you on a mortgage. Okay,
And that's why I wish
whatever
Joe
you
like to be on
eventually
this
do, I
goddamn
eventually
show.
do for your
I
ass.
really don't appreciate being made to be the villain in this situation.
You brought it up. You asked me to come in on this,
And
ma'am.
I know, and I appreciate your comment. The truth is, though, I don't care what
I
y'all
was
say.
minding my
The
business.
truth is, people, women, young women especially, will marry a man who's financially stable, and he would gladly marry her, knowing that she's not head over heels in love. But
See, that's what you
No,
lie.
I'm not gonna do
Okay,
that.
so
I'm not
Monique,
gonna
I'm
do
not
that.
gonna get away with
What
it,
he
baby.
got.
Baby, I can let you get away with that because men, no, we don't.
I ain't gonna
Yes,
do
they
that.
do.
No,
I'm not
no.
gonna do
All
that.
the
No.
time. Man, I need someone in the
No.
chat
Okay,
to
no,
come
but
on
Monique,
in here.
No.
the
because
man.
I'm
the
waiting
man-
for somebody to
There's
come
no way
chat.
that I'm
I'm
alone.
Okay,
trying
so
to help
Monique-
you, sis.
There's
Monique.
no way that I'm alone.
No, you are right in what you're saying. But when I'm marrying you for what you think I'm marrying you for, I'm going to cheat on you, and you're going to know that. That man that you said that knows that, yes, he's marrying her for that. But I guarantee you, every woman that married for what you just said, that dude has cheated on her every fucking time, and she stayed.
Not necessarily. So, scenario again, and this generally does happen with older men, slightly younger women. She may not be a child, but she may be 10 years his junior, whatever. But he knows dang on well he wants somebody to be his wife, to make his breakfast, wash his clothes, be there for him.
He want a
support him.
maid, so he go in
And
knowing
a
he
lot
want
of
a
men
maid.
married for those reasons. Let's
I don't
keep
need no
that real.
maid.
The truth is that men
A lot-
marry for those reasons.
Stop. All right, hold on, man. Before I even go in, he said that you can't speak for all men, Joe.
Thank you.
Who said that?
D.
Thank
D,
you.
you're a
King.
woman. Don't tell me
Thank
what I
you,
can't speak for.
King, baby.
Hold
You know
on,
we
hold
here,
on, but hold
and
on.
I
D
love
can't
you.
tell me what I can't speak for when she's a woman. So
you
What other comments we got?
no,
nephew?
but,
What
no,
else
but
we
hold on. When she said I can't, hold on, but when she said I can't speak for all men, she's very true. But I guarantee you, D, Monique, and any woman that feel like y'all do, show me a man that y'all talking about that he ain't cheating on his woman.
Oh, I know several. But
So,
that ain't the point. I
no,
can't
I want to know. I want to meet him. No, I want you to.
calling my folks out,
No,
but
I want to meet that dude, right? And I want to get to know him and see.
about
I
to give
promise
a
you,
scenario.
I promise you, that dude that you're talking about, that she ain't doing shit and he doing everything. Unless you're a nerd, if he look good and he got money, his
That
ass
part.
He
cheating.
don't look good and he just got the money.
Okay, but that's a different.
Okay,
There's
so
a difference.
Okay, that's
still
different.
He never brought looks into this.
okay.
Well, yeah, if you got money, you can still do it though.
Right,
Okay.
you can, but you don't necessarily want to. If he's getting older, his goal is to have a wife, and
see.
he likes.
D
to
said
work.
he
They-
don't want a wife. He wants somebody that care for
Yes,
him in his old
Most
age.
men do. Let's
Caretaker.
not act
Yeah, he
like
wanted that
most men
caretaker.
do.
Yeah.
He wants somebody that's gonna make sure he
He
took his
wants-
blood pressure medication on time and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. That's what he wants.
That's exactly what he wants, and a lot of men want that.
Okay, so again, we getting wife mixed up with a caretaker.
No, we're not. We're getting it correctly when we say men marry for. They marry for something too. They want somebody to take care of them. They want somebody to show love.
But that's a man that's in his 60s or something like that.
Let
Okay.
me make sure I
And-
get to these
Because
comments.
those
Yeah,
are the
please
men
get
that
to
are
the comments.
successful. Those are the men who have built their money up
Wait
to
a
the
minute,
point where they
what?
don't mind sharing their resources.
Excuse me, but I'm a very successful stud. And I'm nowhere
And when
near
you get to
50.
your
Hold on, she said I'm a very
successful
successful.
stud.
I'm a very successful stud.
That is
And look,
crazy.
and when you get to
Nowhere
your
near
50s,
50.
you're gonna be successful. Or
Hey, we gotta get a hashtag successful stud.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
so we got to get
the
man.
We got man stud and successful stud.
There
the
you go.
bottom line, though,
Yeah,
is
man,
that
man to
when they
stud.
get to a certain state, they don't care about that money. They want somebody to be there. They want some in-house pee. They want somebody to cook some dinner. They
He
want
do
somebody
care
to wash
about that
some
money.
clothes.
That
Not
man got
necessarily,
2 bank
not
accounts that
everybody.
you don't know nothing about. He ration you out
And
about
baby, you know
$40
he
or
can't take it with
$50
him.
on the dresser every morning when you wake up
Right.
because he don't know how to cash out.
I appreciate that. But he know dang oh well he can't take it with him. So he get to a point where he might as well share it if it's gonna make his
But you gonna work for
years
it.
great. You
Hey,
With an
are
old
gonna
man,
work
with an
for it.
older man, you gonna work for it.
You
You
are
can
gonna
work for this.
it. You are gonna take
Hey,
care
when
of
I'm gone, you gonna work for this.
And let's keep it a stack though. That ain't always the outcome for all y'all.
Hello.
like we,
Hello, 'cause the first wife
like
normally
to
got it.
assume, oh, you get you a good sugar daddy on the way out.
Yeah.
I
He
know
gonna
that,
leave
right?
you an inheritance if you
And,
good
and
enough.
that first wife get
Now,
everything.
You mess around, he got
Yeah.
some kids, or he got that first wife on that original policy. Yeah, you gonna be jacked up.
Man,
So
you
better,
mess around, get
better
an
make sure you
Applebee's
do your
gift card.
research. Do your research with him. Okay, so I'm gonna move on because I
Alright.
mean I'm tired of getting beat up. But the bottom line,
She getting tired of getting beat up.
My bad.
bottom
Mama.
line is that I'm right. I ain't studying y'all because the truth is that some people absolutely marry for money and it works out for them.
Some people. do.
Okay, I was gonna give y'all a quick scenario. So let's say, for instance, younger woman, you're, building up your life, maybe in your 30s, maybe in your 40s, and yes, you decide to marry a man who's in his 60s. Well, this man, or his 50s, late 50s, this man knows for a fact that you're younger. He knows that he's slowing down in life. He's totally okay with, bringing you on as his wife, because again, now you're providing for him. You're, showing some love to this man. But I know of a particular situation where he don't really care what she does. She can get out. She can go have fun. She can, have her little things on the side. He ain't doing a whole lot of investigating as long as he got his grits in the morning,
So she got a sugar husband.
Yeah, that's.
And at the end of the day,
sugar
he's
daddy.
financed her.
That-
He's giving her all kind of
That's-
money. Her
But
business
so that's
is now flowing.
but let me ask you the question.
all
Is-
on the
but let me
strength of
say-
her husband.
okay, let me ask you this, Monique. Is that the typical marriage that most women be talking about? No.
No, they want
No.
love. They
No,
want it
but
both ways.
but no, that is a what is the word I'm looking for here? That is an arrangement marriage.
But some women will take
And
that,
that's
especially
fine.
later in life, rather than deal with struggle
and I'm
love.
cool with that.
They'll take the
But make sure
finances.
this is what I see on a lot of podcasts is that we start to intertwining what people are doing to what we're actually looking for. Marriage is what Reese and Portia have. They love each other, they work hard, and if one falls, the other gonna pick each other up. And it don't matter
That's
for how
right,
long,
baby.
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna work together.
Shout out
Right?
to Reese and
There
Portia.
is no situationships. There is no arrangement. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can do this. No, they came in because Portia don't play and Reese don't play. So I'm saying on the tip of what I've seen there, what me and you both know, Monique, what marriage to be.
Mm-hmm.
What about those women like yourself and me that were looking for marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I owe it to you if I'm going to marry you, right? For whatever the situation is now, because I'm mature, I need to talk to you
Right.
and tell you what the fuck. I don't love you like that, but I like you enough. I want you around.
No one's gonna say I don't love you
I
like
will.
that. Well, we ain't talking about you. We talking about the typical person that's
Okay.
gonna be like,
Okay, but I'm gonna be but here's the thing though, because I'm gonna be truthful about what this is for us, right, baby? I'm at a stage in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? But I may not be in love with you like you may want me to be, but I want you to be around, right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. But when you rather for me to say that than for you to see it later, like y'all always say, let me make the determination.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't like what the fuck I do, right? But then y'all say that's what y'all want. Then when I say it out loud, it sounds like shit.
be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
That
I
was
don't
the
know.
first-
I don't
Well,
know.
let's be honest though. You got a delivery.
I do.
Say it correctly.
Hey, they didn't say how he delivers. They said give them the truth.
Touche.
Okay. I'm tired of my friend getting beat up, so I'm finna be on her side. Hold on, let me get my life together.
All right.
Okay, friend. Now what?
She
Wait a minute. Not the stud like a
What
gay.
kind
Not the stud like a gay. What the fuck?
I'm tired of my friend getting beat all up and stuff. So here we go. And what y'all got?
Baby, it's on. Now we girlfriends.
And here we go.
Okay, girlfriend. So
Hello.
now let's talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quit.
What
Let's get
about
into it?
what about both of the couples, they're together, everything is cool, and
Mhm.
now do you decide to have joint bank accounts? How does that look?
And yes, and will, and do.
I mean, okay, so your
I can't even say that. I can't.
marriage
Shit. Let me
has
get
a
back
joint
my
bank
phone.
account.
You got straight.
Your marriage has a joint bank account.
Do we have a joint bank account?
Yes.
We do, but they ain't got nothing in it.
So okay.
We
paint
did
your
it because we
picture.
felt like that was what everybody do.
Okay.
You know,
But y'all
that's
don't
supposed to be
use
the
it.
thing to do. It's cliche. Have a
Mhm.
joint bank account when you get married.
Yeah.
But she has hers, I have mine. But if anything is needed in the household or between the two of us,
Y'all just discuss it and go get it.
it's no brainer.
Okay.
So we have that type of relationship where we have that type of understanding.
Yeah.
They don't have to be no joint bank account while I'm looking at it. Now, credit cards is a different story. Now, she can run up some money.
Oh, okay. So
On
her
credit
name is
card.
on those credit cards.
Yeah.
That's the joint account right there.
Yeah, and I pay for it every single
Right.
damn
There
day.
you
That's what I had to go work
There you
for. I
go.
got to work for it.
So, okay, here's an
let me
ideal
shut up.
situation. And
You want me to go to some comments? Before you
Yes.
Yeah, let's do comments real quick. See what's happening.
Now, had a whole bunch going through. So give it a second.
okay, come
Okay,
on.
I'm finna turn the hat back
Let's
around for
back
some of
up.
these comments. Let's go.
Mhm.
Hello.
Switch it up. Switch up for.
Hello.
D said, "I'm dating for security. I'm not dating backwards. I want
Thank you, D.
comfortable love, not broke love." Coco said, "Are these women finding these men, or is the women finding him?" I guess you're talking about what Joe was
Hey,
saying.
you never know.
Miss Bridges said, "I don't want a an arrangement. I want love and financial stability. Man finding them." Coco went back, double down. This is why men are not marrying anymore, and we are tired of being used. Shout out Nate, dog.
Nate, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Time
Nate,
out.
we just
You don't want no
explained how
broke
men are
love. That's a
benefiting from
contract, D.
these men are benefiting from the marriages, Nate.
That's short-term benefit, though. You got to keep it fat, because all of that. The reason why it's short-term benefit is because when it's placed on the other shoulders, it's not going to last long, and she gonna want out. And when she want out, she taking half of what you already don't have.
Sure is.
So-
Sure is. Don't
So-
think she not.
Yeah, so like that's why it's not benefiting dudes. And you usually just got used for half of what you was losing, and now you got to lose whatever you just lost.
That part.
It's a little
That part.
bit.
So while we up here, let me turn the hat around. Let me talk this way again. Jump back on my bull. But you talking about joint bank account, and right under here, I cannot let this go. You guys spending money. Who spends the most money in a damn relationship?
Now that is
Hey, what?
You
because
can't defend
some
it.
men like to shop.
We shop on the stuff that we want, man.
You is not a weed.
Man,
Back it on
I
up.
need another drink.
Back it on
This-
up.
this-
I
this
feel
You is
him.
not a weed.
This
For-
him.
For the man
You
that
don't
I
get
know that shop a lot for a lot of novelty stuff, I'd be remiss to see a dude shop way more than a female does in the relationship.
Hello.
Hey, okay.
I
again,
haven't
I
seen
have
that.
a great example. My friend that has this business meeting with her husband every week. She claims that he does most of the shopping. He's the person that likes to get the new things
For
and
himself or the
designer
house.
stuff
For
Yeah, for
himself
myself
or
or the house.
for himself. So clothes, shoes, stuff like that. You know, men, especially nowadays, style is a big thing.
Okay, but
So,
is
they
this
like to
based
be
off of
solid.
factual information or is this based off opinion?
This is
Or
her
perspective.
reality now.
That's her reality. So I'm gonna keep you happy
I'm
here. Hey,
saying-
baby. If I'm gonna get that young moo out here, yeah, I spent the money. I did.
No,
I
I'm
spent all
saying
of it.
that he likes to
I'm
shop.
agree to whatever you want me to agree to.
Or what about the men who like toys? What about the men who like?
Wait a minute.
You
What kind
know,
of toys you talking
I'm
about? What
talking
kind of
about like
conversation?
yard toys.
Oh,
cars,
oh,
bikes,
Not like that.
oh!
Yeah,
I've been saying, wait, this is a different
bikes,
conversation.
motorcycles, new tractor, lawnmowers, stuff like that. Those are all considered trinkets and toys for men. So
But it's also benefiting the household.
boo. You ain't have to buy no damn $3,500 lawnmower, but that's the newest toy. For
You don't know how my thighs
Hold
and
on,
back
that-
hurt.
Hold on. That's what.
Do,
that's
do
what's
she
messed up.
mow grass now? She's an expert in mowing grass. Do you have a lawn service?
I'm just saying.
Look,
Nephew, please.
I don't want dog power, but that's what's messed up. Why is those labeled as toys when that can be hobbies for everybody?
Hello.
That can
Well,
be
I'm
hobbies.
not getting out
Not
of
even
grass.
that. Why are you able to dictate what it is that's
I'm not getting
that,
grass.
that is important to me to spend my money on?
No, but no,
It's not
no,
your
no.
money, it's the house money.
But yeah, and that's why I was gonna go. I can get the discourse between the two, because it's gonna be like, all right, so what do you what are you spending the money on? What do you yada yada yada? And if it's going too far on one end, yeah, you gotta reel that back in for y'all money. But at the same time, I'm like, hold on now. My hobby can be my hobby now. If you don't want to
Right.
bust the yard,
Who are you to say anything about my
can you
money?
get mad about that? Look,
Exactly.
if you buy a whole bunch of workout equipment and you
Right.
don't use it, I mean, shoot, that's
Right.
wasting
Hello?
money too.
Hello. Say it again.
That's one of the reasons why we got to talk about this joint bank account because ideally,
No, that does not come out the
So
joint
let
bank
me say
account.
this.
The joint bank account is for emergency purposes only.
emergency. Nah.
Emergency purposes only.
Okay, so in
Yeah,
my
I agree.
mind-
I agree with Coco. You can budget those things. You can.
So
budget.
in my mind, ideally, the joint account is where you use for your bills. So if
Okay.
y'all have already decided that your bills are $10,000 a month, and maybe he makes more, so he gives 7,000, you give 3.
Wait
Okay.
a minute. Okay.
So
Go ahead, sis.
you've set up all of your accounts. Everything is being drafted from this one account. And we know that it takes about $10,000, and maybe there's a little bit left over that just goes, for savings or whatever. So boom, $10,000 a month. He's giving 7, she's giving 3. That is the account for the bills. Anything else that you want comes out your own personal account. So if you want to splurge on a lawnmower, that $3,500 comes out your account.
Why?
And if I want to buy a trip or something, then that comes out of my account.
Not
Hey,
necessarily.
That's the ideal.
That is not how that goes. That is not
That's
how
the
that goes.
ideal situation that it probably should go.
No, it should and does. It's two different things. But I have a question,
Yes.
Monique.
Not
Here
too
you
much on
go.
Momo.
Right. Here she comes.
You know
She
what? I'm
won't
so sick.
cover me.
Yo, Mo. Okay, I'm gonna see how much you sharpshooters. Anyway, co-host, shut up, co-host. Why are y'all so dang on controlling of every aspect of the relationship?
Every aspect of the relationship explained.
I just did because you said you're gonna dictate what is considered to be important as far as toys wise. Like, why you gotta have a $35,000 month? Why you gotta have shoes, red bottoms that cost thousands of dollars for what reason?
So she can look sexy by your
And you
side.
can't hardly walk in the damn Payless ones you got.
That's why we don't do Payless. Because you can't walk in them. Everybody know expensive shoes are easy to walk in.
They are not. That is a facade.
It is not.
That is not
So
correct.
the answer to your question is so that she can look sexier by your side, my dear.
To who? You might look
To-
sexy in Timberlands to me,
To everyone else.
and not no
To
damn
herself and to
six-
everyone.
Not no
Come on,
60
look,
fields that you
let's-
can't walk in.
Okay, let's turn these up so we can keep
What's a
going.
black influence?
So we have the luxury of adding our own bourbon to the mix today. So again, making our own dirty lockets. Pour me in. Get it all in.
Yeah, you can look at it and say it's dirty.
Ooh, dirty, baby, dirty.
Yeah, that's
All right,
nasty.
Cheers to the Thursday mix.
But why is that? You want to control every single aspect, and if it's not to your liking, it's an issue.
So what I will say is that goes between the two people, because what I think is important versus what another woman may think is important, it's two different things. But I do think that if y'all have this amount in your joint account and there's a nice amount left over, and he comes to her and he says, babe, we had this money left over in the account this month. We got a little extra, and I want to splurge on something that's going to benefit the house.
Mhm.
I'm sure she's understanding and loves her man enough to say, sure, babe, whatever you
Uh,
want.
Why I gotta get your permission to do so?
Because
I'm not gonna get your permission to go spend money
You
that I
should-
make.
Nah, Reese,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna use I'm gonna use her words.
Go ahead, sir.
That's the ideal situation.
Yes.
That's the ideal situation.
That's not ideal for me. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. High portion.
This is what I say.
Lightweight, here you go.
I-
Baby milk.
That's so dirty.
Pull
That's
up,
so
baby
dirty.
milk. Pull up, baby milk.
I don't need that.
Oh, okay. It'll be right there if you do.
Hey, I'll
That's some individual.
I'll take it out for you. You feel me? You want to keep the pride? I'll take it out for you.
I got this. I'm fine. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Good God.
What were you saying, nephew?
Just know he was talking about the lemonade, not
Yeah,
the
the lemonade. I
Oh,
want
the
the
lemonade.
lemonade.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
you
it.
buy yourself on that bit though.
All right, I got it.
I know how strong that is.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, go back to the comment.
No. I look because I saw a few of this, and I'm just backtracking a little bit. 'Cause
Let go.
Y'all did make a point to bring the age in it, and that it's different for the older crowd.
Mhm.
And when they're entertaining anybody, especially women, they like, yo, bro, I'm not marrying for love. I'm only marrying for yada yada yada. It's not because I love him. I'm just gonna drop a little perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
Possible I ain't saying that it happened for everybody, so you ain't need to give me. Oh no, y'all, you ain't finna get that from me. My only perspective that I want to add to that could happen. If you're not marrying for love, can you really get mad at how he treats you?
Absolutely.
I'm
I don't mean
leaving.
you didn't marry for disrespect.
I mean, this is what I mean.
Why not?
Because when I say how he treats you, I'm not talking about the super other end. Like, no, nobody should be hurting each other.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
Right,
should
I
be-
get what you're saying.
I mean, as far as feelings wise, should you be mad he's not considering it? Should you be mad at how he's dealing with you? Should you be mad at how he's moving about everything when it comes to how you feel in likes, significance, or even love?
Right.
Can
Okay.
you be mad that he don't even want to entertain that?
Valid.
Because if you're not marrying for love, but you got all these other things on the table that you want from him, when he's handling you like somebody that's just giving it up,
Mhm.
how can you handle? How can you be mad about that?
Okay. So
Joe on the floor. Joe on the floor. Joe on the floor.
I have all the eyes on me right now, y'all. But I'm gonna say, some will say, you know, as long as that money is flowing, she'll be okay because she still has the options to move around the way she wants to. So she could be being very strategic. She could be stacking that money. She could be saving for a rainy day. She could be planning for an escape. She could be using that money to live the lavish lifestyle that she wants, regardless of what he does. I mean, a lot of people may know this creator, Shira7, Sprinkle Lady. One of the things that she says, and I'm not necessarily saying that I'm a fan and that I follow every word she says.
Sprinkle.
The Sprinkle Lady. But one of the things that she says is that you should marry a man that's a little older that adores you more than you love him. And I know this is now stepping on all kind of moral toes. Again, take off the moral draws. But
Wait. Okay.
if you're marrying someone who's a little older and they adore you, you're not gonna have to worry about him treating you like a dang on don't know what. He's not gonna drag you and totally disrespect you and do all the things that make you feel like gum on the bottom of shoe. Now, if you do happen to get a guy who's attractive, he's got money, he's got all these options, he's not treating you the best, but you don't got to deal with him that much. You totally just, spend a day with him and then you move on, go on your trip with your girlfriends.
That's mad disingenuous.
Ain't it though?
Go on the trip with your
Ain't it though?
girlfriends.
You tried it though. This
Ain't
is
it though?
And you live your best life and you just see his ass next month.
I got someone that said, let me read. I don't want to disregard anybody's comments. We got somebody that said,
Go for it.
my homie Willie on there watching out, said that my Jordans are bills. Okay, I got you.
See?
I feel you on that. I feel you. Also, he want to know what's in the cup. Go ahead and tell him what's in the cup more real quick.
We're drinking the Dirty Locket today in honor
Mhm.
of the man with the plan, the JLS. Shout out to him on the LIM network. Make sure you guys are following, liking, sharing, subscribing.
Lock
But-
it in. Got one more
Absolutely.
comment before you go there. Said, I can't. Oh, I need my glasses. Be with someone I don't love. That came from Miss Michelle there. She said that. So, yeah, I can't be with somebody I don't love. But I got you.
Michelle, if he's really a prince, you'll marry him.
See the shit there that I'm talking about?
That's mad disingenuous though.
Man,
It is
No, but I
disingenuous,
love
but-
what Monique is saying, right? Because the discourse here is y'all can hear it, right? Y'all see the disingenuous in the men and the women, and why marriage is so tainted, and why there's over a 50%, I think it's like 60% divorce rate when people
Right.
get married, right? That's why.
Because
You know,
nobody's married for love.
More people are getting divorced than they are getting married. Okay, that's those are facts. That's the honest God truth. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but we have to understand when you look at those numbers, Reese, Monique, nephew, listening audience, that at the end of the day, the intentions matters, the conversations matters, right? Why did she marry me? Because sometimes men like nephew, he's famous for saying, "I lie," right?
right.
Right, but the way I think Monique and Reese, we communicate with each other, right? Real talk. What I saw with you and Portia, I saw love. I saw respect, right?
Right.
I saw that the honor that I got you,
Right.
Denise, on Women's Only. She says this all the time. She want a man to say, "I got you,"
Right.
and then she'll say, "I got him." What I have to say honestly, I would never go into a relationship myself personally with a woman that I want to marry and hold her to the baggage that I went through. Right? Regardless, I cannot say I want you to be my wife because I married for love before. Right? If that's what I'm holding on to, I need to go ahead and tell you that. As a man, that's my responsibility to tell you I married for love before that shit didn't work out. I'm married for security. Is that gonna be enough for you? I like you, but I mean,
say that, Joe.
No, but that's disingenuous.
I'm
what I'm saying?
I'm not saying it's not
that's what she
disingenuous.
said.
I'm saying it's reality. So the
Okay.
reality is that a lot of people are walking around here not being genuine, and that's just the fact.
And that's what I was going with. So can you get mad at how you handle it?
Right.
Because you didn't or forthright give the information that you're already here out of realism. So I'm going to realistically, when I do catch on the sense that I'm just here for my pockets, all right, go ahead, do what you gotta do.
And I'm gonna do me.
And don't ask too many questions. Matter of fact, when you come in, I expect you to handle yourself accordingly. And when you handle yourself accordingly, it better be the how I like it. Because
he was giving that anyway.
No,
he wasn't.
No, not really.
No, he wasn't.
Hold on.
Okay,
And Joe,
well,
you
y'all
can-
are talking to a woman who lived it. I don't think y'all lived it.
But man, it's like, okay.
In what you lived in, this is why, and I'm sure Joe can attest to this. There's a way that I'm delivering it to you versus when I can really deliver it to you. Because if I'm taking care in how I'm doing it, you're gonna feel everywhere that you were giving it to. You're gonna feel real special. You're gonna feel like you got the freedom. It's gonna be exactly how you would want it. It's a completely different way when I give it to you, and it's to what I dictate. It's completely different from how I'm going to give it to you with love versus giving it to you with a necessity. Because how I handle you're gonna be a job. I'm going to put you in a work category. You're not going to get the tender hands that I would give to something I think is precious. You're going to get the hands that I work with and that I could be attached from and that I don't care about. You are right off.
So I will say that I'm not the one that's against marriage. I'm not against the like genuine love.
No.
However, I am a person who has lived through two types of marriages. So I can speak for my experiences. And I have the experience twice that both of these men have really been more so for personal gain. And I can tell you that it may have been masked as love in the beginning, but the reality is that, especially in that last one, nephew, what you were saying is that it got to a point where he was so like driven by the money that he made. He felt like he was a king, even though I was a, submissive type of woman. He took it for granted, and he used it to say, hey, like, I own you. I'm this person. I'm that person. And because I have this money, you what I'm saying? It might not have been at some points it was derogatory, but the bottom line is that he still took on that persona. And so I'm saying very, very factually that some men absolutely just are in there because of the benefits that you have. And I don't think that maybe I know I wasn't the woman for him, but yet he was the one who started this, who went into this relationship saying all the right things. And it was because of the benefits that he got. So yeah, at some point when you realize, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of the money because that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Can I say something? I tag in my brother Joe here.
Go
I'm
ahead.
Set him up real quick. Do you mind?
Go ahead. Give him an alley-oop.
Ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience, just bear with me for one moment.
Nah.
Stop
She
it.
said
Stop
that
it.
what?
Do it the right way.
She said that she didn't feel love. So in other words, you didn't feel love from those folks, the men that you got with. So in other words, you chose wrong. But that does not mean
Here we
that
go. That's
love
a whole
is
nother
not out
conversation.
there.
Next week we're gonna talk about the whole choosing
wrong.
Go ahead.
love.
What
But
you
you
got?
know, that's a part of where I was going.
Okay.
Because the dude that you initially married, I mean, you went eventually married, right? There was something that y'all missed, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the situation before y'all got married, right? He knew what he wanted. I don't know if you knew what you wanted. You may be, and don't take this wrong, Monique, okay? But possibly you saw what you wanted to see because of what he said without proof. Because me knowing you for the short time I've known you, if you had proof, you would have never married him. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times women Well, allow me to talk that aggressive game, but can't back it up.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you for a short period of time, right?
Right. The
And
promises.
then everything sounds better than what I'm doing right now.
Right.
For this man to take the pressure off of me
Right.
right now, right, with everything I got going on, let me go ahead. He got on his one knee. I'll go ahead and take his ring because I need some help right now, right? And it's not saying you was in destitute, nothing like that. But what I'm saying is it's easier when you got a man talking better than every other man that you're talking to at that time with the situation that you're going through. Not saying that you are weak or insecure, but women are looking for security.
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So when he came along, it was probably that time, right, for you to say, "Cool, bet. Let me go ahead and give you a try."
Especially
because
after that first
you was one thing a man has to do for a woman to actually start to believe him. Talk the shit, but then be consistent for a long period of time, whatever that time for her to be. If I'm consistent long enough, she gonna believe the fuck out of me no matter what. If it's 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, whatever your consistency for me is, if I do that, I can be the most baddest motherfucker in the world.
Right.
But I know that once I got you, and I'm not that dude, I got you. Then you're gonna see who I truly am. So what I'm saying is to where you are, no detriment to your personality and whatever you were going through with that young man, but that young man had a game plan.
From
He was
the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was 10 steps,
Absolutely. My point.
and he was 10 steps ahead of you, but you missed it.
Yeah.
But this way I can get used against you because if you're gonna say that's your point, you can't miss ours.
No, I'm not missing
Because-
y'all's. I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Never mind it.
Yeah.
Never mind it.
So that what I guess the biggest thing is I'm asking is, can we find the Reese and Portia type person that we want to marry that ain't married because I married for love, or I want you to be this for me as a man, right? I mean, for my wife. I want to make sure we're clear.
Yeah.
On what we married for. If you married the second time or the third time, I'm not marrying for love. You are this person that I care about a lot. I don't want to fuck around with nobody else, but I don't love you like I love the first person. It sounds like shit. But but listen, I would rather for you to tell me this is where we are, and I'd rather spend the rest of my life with you than spend it with anybody else. Eventually, you may love me.
Yeah, I
Especially
mean,
if you're a friend.
so since you know we're talking about Portia and myself and our marriage, let me put it to you like this. When we got together, we're both bosses in our own right. So financials was never a freaking conversation we had prior to getting married.
Right.
Because we took care of ourselves, we knew what it was we wanted, and we were able to sustain the lifestyle that we both had. We just benefited from each other when we got together, right? So it just elevated us there. But there was never finances was never the initial conversation when before we got married, ever.
Okay.
Our shit was really honestly based on what can you do for me other than
outside of the finances.
Outside of finances, other than money.
Right. So, and I totally agree. Again, I'm not against the relationships that are for love. I'm simply saying, let's keep it real, because we know that there's some women who want to marry for money or who don't mind marrying for money, especially if it's that second or third time around, or security. And then you have those men that are marrying for comfort. They're marrying because they want some things as well. And that's the kicker, is that it all goes back to your character. If you're the kind of person that don't mind using someone, those characteristics are going to shine through. Like, it's going to happen. Or if you're the kind of person that is not for using someone, you're genuine, you're caring about other people, you're humble, you're going to put people before yourself, those characteristics are going to show as well. So I'm just simply saying, yes, you have some people that are doing it the right way, like Reese and Portia, but then you have some that are saying, you know what, I did it the right way, that mess didn't work for me, so I'm going to do it the other way.
Man,
Hey, y'all don't say Reese and Portia no more. I feel like y'all finna jinx me. I need to keep this one. Don't say Reese and Portia no more.
But I just think, when you see true love, right? Like I see some of my friends, right? I was Uncle Boss, right? He's one of my dearest friends, photographer. Him and his wife, Tessa, right? Tessa time. 2 peas in a pod. She supports him. He's my photographer. Y'all see all my professional pictures. He's my photographer. They've taken my picture for over the last 12, 13 years, right? They love each other because they love each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Right.
That's different. No matter what they go through, right? He knows he don't have to look left or right. He don't have to look behind him. All he got to do is stay doing what he's doing, because he knows his wife got his back. And she feels the exact same way.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. When I saw Portia for the first time, right? And she set me straight. Right?
I don't know you.
Right? I don't know you, but she made it clear. But looking at the respect, when I see Reese and I see Portia together, I see how they love each other and they vibe off each other and they good. Not saying that every day is the best day in their life, but you can tell couples that are great, that got it, that they shit together, and you can tell couples that on some bullshit, right? You can tell whether he's a flirt or she's OD out there. She's out there. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. And all I'm saying is, at this stage in my life, women say you want a leader. God damn it, let me lead. Let me tell you what I want. Let me tell you who I am. It may not sound good what you want to hear, but let me tell you where I am. Can I eventually get to that point? Because that's basically what you were saying to me. Eventually, because you did so much for me, I may love you. Right? Nobody want to hear that shit, but that's what you're telling me. You lying to me.
Right.
Tell me that, like I'm saying for me, tell me the truth and let me say, you know something, you're fine. You're fine as hell. You're going to be with me. I know you're going to do it. Okay, let's go ahead and try to make this shit work and see what we got. Just be truthful to me.
Right.
It don't have to sound good.
Yeah.
Right? Because people say you need to tell people, but tell me the truth, but you don't want to hear the truth. Because when a motherfucker like me get to talking, you know, your delivery is bad.
Handle the truth.
Right? But you know what I'm saying? You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't really want me on that motherfucking wall. Because when I get on that goddamn wall, I'm the motherfucker. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know me. I'm leading.
We know, Joe. You got me
You know
on
what
here.
when I walk in a room, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm gonna do what I gotta go do. I'm that dude. And I'm gonna let you know that. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. This is one thing I said for myself, honestly. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna let it go. I would never marry somebody's daughter that I'm gonna take advantage of at this stage in my life.
At this stage in your life.
At this stage in my life. And when I got married the second time, the first time I was on some bullshit. I tried to be better and I didn't cheat, but I wasn't the best man I needed to be because I was learning.
Okay.
My second wife, when I got married, Monique,
mm-hmm.
I did not cheat. I never wanted a woman, right, to be able to say that I know your husband. I fucked your husband. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That didn't happen.
Absolutely.
So now if I marry again, right? If I marry again, Monique, if I marry, I'm not going to do anything to be a detriment to her or an embarrassment to her, because that's my job as a leader and a husband.
Absolutely.
If I can cheat now and be happy, I don't have to cheat. I can just be happy and be singing, go out there and slang all I want to. Why do I need to marry you and take you through my shit?
Okay, so question. Right now, you're still a young man. 15 years passed and you've built something great. Yes, you've gotten everything you need for your children out the way. You know, you put money where it needs to be. Right. And you still have an abundance. Mm-hmm. You would probably rather still have a wife to be there with you, to show you some love. Because don't get me wrong, you're going to assume that you're assuming that I'm saying that these women don't love older men, but they do have some love and they're there. So at the end of the day, would you pick a woman, maybe just 10 years your junior? Uh-huh. So if you're 65, 70, and she's 60 or 55, mm-hmm. and you're like, okay, you know, I realize that you're younger than me, so you may outlive me. I realize that I need help.
Right.
I would rather someone that, you know, is my wife. Again, I can, you know, have some fun with her. Mm-hmm. Sexually, and also she's cooking my grits every morning. She's gonna be there for me. We've already made this agreement, so to speak. You're telling me that you would not marry knowing that she's gonna probably get some of your resources?
No, because this is what I would do. Honestly, I'd rather for her to be my partner. Okay.
Glory.
No, listen, this is what I'm saying.
A partner.
No, it's not. Oh, when I marry you, I give you my last name. I'm not giving you my last name.
So
that part.
Listen, what I'm saying.
You're telling me that you want somebody to come and support you.
I don't want you. Hold on.
Your name?
No, I don't want you to do anything. I'm financially able to take care of myself. I can pay people to do whatever the hell.
So why would you get his money to a maid if you have a woman?
Listen. Okay.
Do it?
Okay. So which one you want? You want my answer? Or you want your answer?
I mean,
hold on.
You doing
here, my answer? You want your answer?
What are we doing here?
Do you want your answer? My answer?
Okay. Sorry, Charlie Murphy. I'm sorry.
Okay. So for me, if I'm in that situation, right? If I'm being honest with you, I got the money. Okay. I don't need you to wipe my ass. I don't need you to change my diapers, right? You're my partner. I got enough money to take care of that, right? I'm not going to leave you the resources. I'm going to make sure you're good because you're my partner, you're my friend, and whatever you may be in my life.
And you're fulfilling the need in my life.
But I'm going to make sure you're good. But my kids is going to get everything. Nephew is going to get everything. No, but I'm saying, I'm not giving
You
a
ain't getting
woman that
nothing.
I'm not in love with,
Right.
that I
Hey.
don't marry, the resources that I have because you're not that person to me. No, I would not.
And marriage,
I don't need you for that.
marriage.
I need you
automatically
for certain
put on
things.
your
You'll be
marriage.
paid for your services. But I'm not going to give you access to what I have built over however many years at that point in time in my life for you to have it and for you to live on with somebody else. No, I don't see you like that. If I did, I would have married you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an invoice for the time of your services.
So let's all reflect on Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet.
but he is
knew-
gracious.
But he knew what
Shout
he
out
was
to
getting.
Anna.
No,
Absolutely.
but he understood. I got
Absolutely.
enough money, but he made sure she didn't get everything.
She didn't get
But
everything.
she-
Exactly.
But
My point.
no, but see, what I'm saying is when you're at that stage, you make, like I said, I'm gonna make sure you're
Make some
good.
decisions.
I'm gonna make sure you're good.
And he went out happy.
Okay, he went out happy, and that was his thing.
because she fulfilled a need.
Right.
that he
And she got
had.
paid for
It
her
was all
service.
of-
And
and
sometimes
got paid
that's
for
the
this.
most important
It was
need to
a
man.
need that he needed. And he,
And sometimes that's the most important need to a man.
if you have my last name, that means you. Do you understand the meaning of that?
Absolutely.
How? What is it? Absolutely.
Not too much on Momo.
I mean, yeah.
Is that gonna be a tagline or something?
I'm not against marriage. I've been married before.
No,
I
I'm saying no,
understand
no.
the
I'm not saying you're against
magnitude.
marriage. No. What I'm saying to you, when a man decides to give you his last name, what does that
Absolutely.
mean to the man in your perspective?
It means that he's willing to share his world with you, his life with you.
Damn. Wow. I quit. I'm out the show.
There's been a
And when
very,
I
very
say
beautiful
that,
day.
I'm not saying that the love ain't there. I'm saying that he's willing to share his love, his life,
Joe Locker, do you
his
want to take that?
world.
Please take that for me.
everything.
When I
I
give
mean, I don't. anyway,
no,
go ahead.
okay, so Monique, if I was to give you Monique Lockett, it's a given that I'm gonna share my word with you. Okay, but I don't give a damn about that. If I'm giving you my last name, right? You're the woman that I have said to myself that's going to protect me, that I've given up and forsaken everything else in my life for. I'm looking at you as being my everything. There is nothing more important at this moment in my life. Damn the world. You are the world.
Absolutely, and that's my point. I understand that this contract of a paper of a
It's not a
marriage,
contract then.
It is a contract, but it is
No, if I give you my
absolutely
last
about-
name, I understand
it's
we're
a-
signing
it's-
one, but it's not a contract to me.
But maybe it's not seen as a contract. It's about the love. It's about the covenant of what we're agreeing to do and be to each other. But the
Facts.
bottom line is that it comes with everything. Like you said, everything. I'm not against it. I've been married before, y'all. I'm totally understanding. But the reality is some men, because not every man is over here as passionate as Joe and you about the love. Because a lot of them are absolutely married.
Oh, I forgot. I turned my hat
for
around. I'm
the
sorry.
resources.
I agree, friend. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because again, I know a lot of married men that they sign up for marriage. They want a wife. They want somebody. They want that mate at home. But guess what? They still in my MF inbox, and they still jumping in there right after the wedding.
But-
so at the end of the day, it is a thing that
Yes.
men are marrying for love, but
No.
they still playing around. It's
They
not-
weren't married
it's
for
not-
love. If they doing
Exactly.
that, they
It's
were not
love
marrying for
to them.
love. Let me turn my hat around again.
It's
I gotta
love
get back
to
in
them.
here.
They
No,
still
no.
love her. It's not that they don't love her at all.
No.
No,
But
they
the
don't
bottom
love her at
line-
all. They got married for what? They mama said they probably need to get married.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They
But
get
what
married for
society
show.
what
They,
marriage
what society
brings.
say. So they
Exactly.
did not get married for unconditional love.
Exactly for what
They
marriage
could not have.
brings per society. And it absolutely brings a helpmate. It absolutely brings somebody that's gonna have them grits ready for you, that's gonna wash your drawers.
And,
Okay,
and-
so-
and I do want to say though, love ain't really unconditional, but at the same time,
Nephew, we don't have a problem. Not too much on Ricky.
I already don't believe that.
Not too much on the coho. We're not going to do that today. Not too much on the
Love
coho.
is so perfect and love is everything. The
But-
truth is reality.
No, that's going to be the
It's not
topic of the
that.
next discussion. Next Thursday, I'm picking the topic. Do you believe in unconditional love? People, lock
No,
in. Lock
but-
in. It
but-
is such a thing, but
I
we're
want
going to
to
talk
hear
about
about
that
it in the
today.
chat right now. Tell us if you do, if you don't. Put it in the chat.
It-
Go ahead.
Do you
but
believe in
to,
unconditional
but to
love?
that point though,
That point.
because I do think that Reese and Joe have a lot more belief in the love system. That's kind of why I don't.
They lying.
but
Okay. Reese ain't lying, but they lying.
that's a little bit why I don't, and why I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Because everybody here has experienced it. But from what I've seen today, with everybody that either have experienced it or been in it or is going through whatever charades they got that comes with love and marriage and with how we take it. Like Joe was just saying, as far as like the covenant about it and how she is everything. And even when you get down to the paper, I'm not just writing a paper.
Right.
But how I view it as a dude that ain't even think about it right now, why the hell would I even try? Because as much as it could go right, it can easily go wrong.
I'm telling you.
For my position. And I have to pick her out. So I'm just as justified for why it went wrong as it is for her choosing that she don't want to do it no more, which can come at a worse detriment for me. So if I'm dealing with that and the nuances that could come from me picking her, from what you was talking about, Reese, as far as whatever pressures I got going on with the family, whatever it is, I feel my mental clock is, because a lot of dudes, weirdly enough,
that
today,
mental clock part, they got
do,
kids, they feel like they're doing the right thing.
I want an inheritance. I want a legacy behind me. I want a
That
lost
part.
son. You feel me? From all of the nuances that come between it, and even in your faith, because I'm giving up my mom for you to be the only woman in my life, and we are leading my daughter, all of the pressures that come with that. Why the hell would I even try to entertain marriage seriously if I can get the same shit as a partner?
That's true indeed. You're right.
And then I know I can at least dictate where my inheritance is going if I do decide to do it.
That's what I'm saying. So the whole situation when it comes to unconditional love, what the principle of marriage is supposed to be built off of anyway, is just jacked today. It's just jacked up.
Absolutely.
Because for me, and I'm going to continue to believe this, is that whatever your moral thing is, unconditional love should be your foundation. If you go into a situation, a marriage, or anything, even a freaking relationship, thank you, sis girl, and you ain't got, like, if your foundation gonna show its cracks after a minute. If you went into the relationship or the marriage, and your whole thing was, I'm gonna tell you I love you, but secretly, deep inside, internally,
absolutely,
I'm marrying you for that ass, or I'm marrying you because
that money.
That money, wherever the case may be. I don't give a dang. Life is gonna show you. Okay, you think you love this person for real, but I'm gonna switch things up real quick. They lose their job, or their ass get flat. Their BBL, they got some tire flat put in, and one side of it go flat. What you gonna do then?
Absolutely.
But all the reasons that you
all that internal stuff gonna show. That's the reason I have to believe in unconditional love, because if I don't, my marriage won't survive.
But for all the reasons you just said is why I don't. I'm not saying that I don't believe it exists. I believe that it's something that you have to grow into. So in growing into it, there's conditions met.
Yeah, absolutely. But you both have to be on the same page.
There's no such thing as unconditional love to me. Because if I still have to meet conditions, then you got to the point to where I feel this way about you.
Right.
You know what? We're gonna go into a whole different that's a whole different show. People out there, if y'all want to hear unconditional love topic next week, that's what it is, Mo. Get the Donahue cards.
I'm gonna let my
Donahue cards. Donahue. Next week,
co-host.
Donahue, we're gonna do on Donahue next week. Joe Lockett. The co-host has spoken. The co-host has spoken. We're gonna talk about unconditional love. Does it exist? You got time to get your brain together, come up with some comments so you can be a part of this discussion. We rocked today. That was a good conversation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You felt alone. You felt alone today.
And that's okay. I'll be the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy, because the truth is the truth. And as much as these two are, they want to, put on for their city and put on for their relationships. The bottom line is that
no Jesus.
I ain't got no relationship.
is that we know it happens. Money is a factor. Money is one of the main reasons why divorce happens. We know that young women, me and I are here picking women that are younger for reasons, and they're reciprocating for
like
money.
you said, they want to make them grits.
Bottom line is that it's something. So all I'm saying is that, again, I'm not against marriage. Shout out to all the happy marriages out there, but also it is what it is for the ones that are in it for a reason. That's it.
We're gonna get you married, friend. We're gonna get you married.
It's the Thursday Mix. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Coho has already made the comment.